They'll spot a new and improved 1,000-kilometer motorist to begin next year.
And that is Ntebogang Sebetlela joining us later on a sport desk. Topo Taposa is interpreting in sign language. Welcome and thank you for joining us. Acting President Mr. Moeti Mohasa has comforted the families of 2 flood victims in Tonota. The 2 young women met their demise when the car they were traveling in was swept away by floodwater in the Tolotani River on Christmas Day. Mr. Mohasa, who is also the Minister of State President, urged the village leadership to offer support to the affected families. Tirima Khoeng with more.
Mr. Mohasa says such tragic incidents do not only affect the families but the nation as a whole, and as a result that prompted them as government to get hold of the families and console them, as they are also sorrowful. He encouraged the families to seek strength from God during this difficult time and pleaded with the village leadership to support them. We came here to comfort you because this loss doesn't affect you only, but the nation at large. We have the village leadership here who will offer you the support you need. The family indicated that they are still in shock, accompanied by enormous pain, because the 2 ladies by the names of Felicia Nkwani and Wellbeing, aged 25 and 26 respectively, were cousins, and this subsequently means this tragedy has affected the same family who lost 2 people. All I can say is that this tragic incident shocked us. On that fateful day, I received a call and I was told that my sister's children have drowned. Your words, Minister, are comforting. Just like you said, no one expected this. This tragic incident happened during Christmas holidays when a lot of people are supposedly in a joyful mood, and as a result, many have learned that holidays are not immune from tragedy. Tirima Khoeng, BTV News, Tonota.
Meanwhile, as the country is slowly coming out of a deadly drought, livestock farmers have been advised to consider feedlots as a convenient and reliable method to sustain their livestock through droughts. Animal scientist at the Livestock Management Agency, Mr. Piwa Disenyeho, added that resorting to effective drought management strategies is key for both subsistence and commercial farmers. Mojadi Mukibelo has more.
As most parts of the country have experienced a drought due to low rainfalls received, which also led to poor grazing patches, farmers are therefore expected to utilize effective drought management strategies to supplement their livestock from being affected by drought. Feedlots have been cited as a convenient and reliable method in sustaining livestock from drought.
Like, have your own smaller feedlot there so that had it 8 months, 9 months, if you decide to.
Farmers should have feedlots in their farms to sustain their livestock. Farmers who keep bigger breeds should sell their livestock in less than 11 or 12 months, as it's sustainable for them.
12 months. If you are keeping a bigger breed, either way, how excite 11 months, 12 months, those who are keeping smaller breeds like BOTSWANA, Nguni, they can wait for about 22 months, 24 months, then they can also sell their animals off.
Farmers are advised to follow proper livestock feeding as one way of maintaining their nutrition, hence curbing some of the animal diseases.
So those Babama subsistent get a leak. Your animals are going to need leak from January to December.
because our soils lack phosphorus, our soils lack selenium, our soils lack magnesium. So if only leaky, the role la go le khona go itsitsepela better, because I get these leaks dina le calcium dina le phosphorus, and then calcium le phosphorus di bereka mo lerapo. So ha lerapo le
Subsistence farmers should feed their livestock with leek, which is nutritious and healthy for their livestock, and commercial farmers should feed their livestock properly with the right feed, which will give their livestock the right nutrients.
Which is what the animal needs. And then ba commercial bone ba itse gore seruiwa sengwe le sengwe se tshwanetse go feediwa feed e leng gore se ile bagane. Potsana I it needs lamb creep. Feed lamb creep. Don't skip the stage and feed the other one because you think it's cheaper. It's actually cheaper to feed the right feed because it's the right feed that is going to give them the right nutrient.
Even though most parts of the country have experienced low rainfalls from the previous years, of late there have been floods experienced in most parts of this country, which brought hope to farmers, as now their livestock will have better grazing patches, hence enhancing their production. Moja Timu Kibeno, BTV News, Gaborone.
Molepolile police are investigating a case in which an infant was found dumped in a pit latrine at Hatzalatladi village. In an interview with BTV News crew on Saturday morning, Molepolile Police Station Commander Superintendent Jacob Malapong indicated that they were able to arrest the suspect, who is a 28-year-old lady. Abigail Samson has more.
Superintendent Malapong says this incident occurred on Friday morning, where they received a report about a male infant who, according to their investigations, had just been born, being dumped in a pit latrine at Menata Ukhotla in Hatzalatladi. He further indicated that likely the baby was found alive, and at this moment, the baby and the suspect are at Scottish Livingston Hospital for medical examinations.
Tota se se ka tswang se bakile gore mme wa ba ka dira-tiragalo e ka tswa e leng o lekile go bolaya jaanong kana ga o lekile go.
Investigations are still ongoing, and if the suspect is found guilty, she will be charged with attempted murder, which means that she could face life imprisonment. In regards to the child, the hospital will decide whether to give the baby to the mother or take him to a children's shelter or safe home.
Kapo ba ka mo isa go lehelo lengwe la tshireletso go kwana masantse a le teng.
Ne re na le unveile mo lapeng ka re ne re risa ntwana ya teng ya boitiketso, mme go iragetse gore kgaitsadi ke a tsene mo teng a itale lesea le neng go lebega le sa tswa.
We found the baby while accessing the toilet. We never expected it, and I don't think we'll be able to forget this incident.
Sa isolo hela re sentse re hakgametse le gompie gore ke tiragalo ya mohuta mang.
On other issues, Hatzalatladi village leadership expressed their concerns on victims of gender-based violence and common assault cases being reluctant to report to the police. Despite being violated and assaulted, they never take action. And this is not good at all, because issues like this have always been preached about, encouraging people to take action.
Mo re ka ba se tsa gore batho thuto e ba itse gore ha kopana le diemo tse dintseng jalo o tshwana gore a dire jang jana re santse re bona batho ba ketekwa ba sa report.
As the new year approaches, residents of this village have been urged that as they celebrate to usher in the new year, they should avoid engaging in acts that could put their lives in danger. Abigail Samson, BTV News, Hatzalatladi.
Now, a member of a neighborhood watch group in Gaborone Security Guard for Roma Security Services deployed in Gaborone West, Mr. Onkabetse Katumetse, says that this time around residents can enjoy their holidays freely as the watch group is actively on the ground to protect their properties. According to Katumetse, the neighborhood watch groups this festive season are at the top of their game to make sure no houses are broken into under their watch. Solofelo Tombali has more.
Police encourage residents to form neighborhood clusters to help bolster their efforts to curb criminal activities, and it is an initiative that residents of Gaborone have embraced. These watches include security guards from various companies, and in an interview with BTV News, with such guards deployed in the areas of Gaborone West, Block 7 and Phase 2, they demonstrated that their presence has created a safe environment. We're protecting this neighborhood of G West. We haven't encountered any crime while out on our patrols. We came here on the 22nd, and since then there hasn't been any criminal activity. However, it was emphasized that Botswana should not be complacent and that the watches address an existing threat of crime. Since we started our patrols, we've only had one incident. A few thieves had gotten into someone's property, but we managed to arrest them and hand them over to the police. During the holidays, the potential for crime increases. People aren't around because they've gone on holiday. There's only us left to watch over things. It's necessary for there to be someone to do that, to prevent crime. The watchers have shared that they're working closely with each other to support the effort of keeping their various neighborhoods safe. Solofala Tombale, BTV News, Gaborone.
In Donota, the Ramahobo family couldn't wait to celebrate their grandmother's birthday, who would on January 21st turn 105 years. Ms. Kelatlhegile Ramahobo is described as a kind-hearted granny who also possesses so much love and care, the qualities that many believe could have contributed to the longevity of her life. In recognition of her long life and wisdom, the family hosted a celebration party to honor her as the pillar of the family on Friday. Terema Khweng has more.
Reaching an age that is over 100 years is very rare in this era, and so Ramahobo family in Tonota felt compelled to organize a party to celebrate their parent, Ms. Kelatlhegile Ramahobo, who was turning 105 years. Ms. Ramahobo is the third born of 5 children who have all passed away. She had 7 children but lost 2 and now remains with 5. This woman is the third born of Khailaiwi and Masare from Sehako family. She had 3 sisters and 1 brother who are no longer alive. Ms. Ramahobo is described as a loving and caring person who exhibits patience at all times on different people, something that is being instilled on her grandchildren. We thank God that our grandmother has lived for so long. She has seen so many things in life and has taught us a lot. She has shown us some love. Her children recall how their mother raised them with so much love and taught them the virtuous ways of life and self-reliance. I can say that this lady is my mother, and I believe she loves me more than anyone else because she lives with me. She has taught me a lot. My mother is the kind who will check up on me in the morning and make sure that I have something to eat. I'm really happy that you have done this for me. May you grow as old as I am. The family expressed their gratitude to the giver of life as their parent is still in good health and is still able to take care of herself. Terema Khweng, BTV News, Tonota.
Botswana's creative industry has continued to make significant strides, solidifying its place on both the African and global stage. A.D. Mihingo, creative consultant, highlights that despite the strides the industry is making, government is lagging behind in engaging and utilizing artists to market the country internationally.
I think we're not doing enough because what's happening is most ministries do not understand the power of the creative sector in helping just add value to the state ministry. Tourism, for example, right? If William Last KRM is booked to shoot a video in the Okavango, right? Majority of his audience is in South Africa.
Yes.
So as soon as people go to that little reel that he will do, they want to know more about, oh, what's the Okavango all about? Can I afford to go there? Once that happens, you've already crossed the border.
Yeah.
Now, in our international stories, Angola's current leader, João Lourenço, has granted pardons to José Filomeno dos Santos, the son of Angola's ex-president, imprisoned for fraud and other prisoners of different crimes. Dos Santos was sentenced to 5 years in 2020 for fraud after $500 million was sent from Angola's National Bank to Britain. The Dos Santos family alleges they are targets of a political witch hunt. The president granted 50 prisoners pardons ahead of Angola's 50th anniversary of independence from Portugal in a move aimed to foster harmony, leniency and fraternity. The prisoners will be freed on January the 1st. Time for sport news in Tebogang Sebetlela on standby.
Thank you very much, Ulibile Samoka. Now, Botswana Tonight Sports News follows with me, Ntabuhan Sebetlela. Botswana Off-Road Racing Championship racer coordinator Ahmed Hussein says despite the absence of famous 1,000-kilometer desert race, motorsport lovers should rest assured as they will be bringing a new, improved and exciting 1,000-kilometer race next year. Khomzo Spako with the details.
As the Dakar Rally 2025 competition days approaches, riders and drivers are competing in different events to earn points to qualify. The 1,000-kilometer Kalahari Desert Race, which has been held in Botswana for several years, was the only Dakar Rally qualifying competition, which also provided competition for local drivers. It is for this reason that the organizers of the Botswana Off-Road Racing Championships have opted for a more similar competition, which can be used to qualify for bigger events like the Dakar Rally in the future.
So for us, the desert race was a very big element in our hearts. The desert race has been in Botswana for many years, and we took it upon ourselves, seeing that SACS has pulled out of Botswana, we took it upon ourselves as BOK to bring it back to Botswana, because we know, apart from just us Botswana competitors, a lot of South African competitors really love the Botswana terrain, they really love the race, and SACS also had a category that didn't allow for everybody to come and race. Because they are more focused on FIA vehicles, the bigger class vehicles, and ultimately that left a big void for the smaller people that just want to come and have fun. So what we've done is we've decided that 2025 season we are going to have our own Desert 1000 race in Botswana.
He further said that they intend to make sure that the vibe and the hype surrounding the off-road events remain in the same level so that the sport remains attractive.
One of the good things about it is, apart from just being organizers, we are also competitors ourselves. So we understand what our drivers and navigators need, and using that element is how we make sure that we have safe roads, how we make sure that the spectators are kept, on a certain place for them to spectate. We have a lot of support from the Botswana Police Service. They are with us on every event. We show them where the main road crossings are, where there's a lot of villages and stuff, and we outline how many police officers we need per area, and that's how we are able to curb any excess behavior from the spectators.
Hussein further say although they are moving in the right direction, securing sponsorship remains a bigger challenge, though they remain hopeful for a better future.
So some of the key challenges that we face was sponsorship. We've been in communication with BTO, we've been in communication with some of the big corporate companies. We are looking for their support in order for us to take our product to a different level. Of course, if we have the sponsors behind us, it only enables us to do much more, much bigger, much better events. So we are hopeful that we will land some big sponsors for 2025 season, and our results have shown for the 2024 season that we have just finished now. And if we get them behind, definitely next year will be a much bigger, a much better series.
Hussein said the dates and the venue of the new race will be communicated after everything has been finalized with the Botswana Motorsport Association. Khomzo Sefako, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Now and lastly, local sport and exercise psychologist Professor Tsapan Tsube says it is imperative to have programs in place that can help address issues of athletes' well-being and development. Professor Tsube noted this in an interview with BTV Sport Desk yesterday. Kagiso Malelekwa follows.
Professor Tsube further highlighted that athletes should have faith and trust in the programs and initiatives made available for them.
What is important is an environment created to be supportive to athletes. If athletes trust the environment and see the environment as safe and as available to them, and will be able to come in, it's the environment that has to be conducive, and then the athletes will understand that these services are available to them. A good example to give is that there's always talk about that we can't, when you organize an athlete's retirement transition program, a mental health program, athletes don't show up. So the program has to be appealing enough to athletes for them to be able to join and be part of it.
He also noted the importance of empowering all stakeholders with relevant skills and knowledge to prepare them for life after sports.
The ways in which we support both the athlete and the administrator is that we create policies and programs that supports them in the long term, not just short term, like increasing an allowance by 10% or 20%. It's good, but it's not great long term. If you, for example, when we take our athletes, research shows that athletes who exclusively focus on the sport only tend to struggle in the long term. But when we create programs that support athletes to go to school at the same time or join a life skill program at the same time, then they are holistically developed. The same thing applies with people around them, like coaches, managers. They also need to be properly educated, be supported so that they can do their best for the athlete.
Professor Tsube also signified the vital role played by the community in athletes' development and success.
The fans and supporters have a major role to play. Just like the coach provides technical expertise, the sports psychologist develops a mental training program, the athlete actually runs or plays, the fans and supporters cheers the players up and builds motivation for the players. So the fans needs to know their role, that it's very critical, it's very important. And their role should facilitate athletic performance, but not undermine athletic performance.
With Botswana having had a relatively successful sporting year in which the country won her first Olympic gold medal through the Boholitsile, both senior football national teams, the Zebras and the Mares, qualifying for next year's AFCON and WAFCON tournaments respectively, as well as Ross Branch scooping the Dakar Rally Award, it is important to take care of and safeguard athletes' psychological well-being to inspire them to continue bringing success to the nation. Kariso Morelekwa, PTV Sport, Gaborone.
From Botswana Tonight Sports Desk, that's all I had for you this evening. Until we meet again tomorrow, same time. Now back to Libile Samuka to remind us of our top leading stories.
Acting President Mr. Moeti Mohasa comforts families of Totonota flood victims. Farmers advised to consider feed laws to sustain their livestock in times of drought.
Sports, a new and improved 1,000-kilometer motor race to begin next year.
That is all the news we had for you this Saturday. Do stay with us. Weather is up next.
Good evening. Welcome to tonight's weather forecast. I am Obagen Kaspar Matak. Let's start by looking at rainfall amounts recorded this morning at 8 a.m. 95 millimeters at Tumu Primary School, 60 millimeters at Sepako Wildlife Camp, 40 millimeters at Sibina Primary School, 33 millimeters at New Tanakas Primary School, 30 millimeters at Murupulani Farm, 24 millimeters at Musu Primary School. 22 millimeters at Senator Primary School, 20 millimeters at Tamaga Police and Plajan Border Post, 18 millimeters at Olifants Drift Police and Khakhatla Primary School, 16 millimeters at Mahalape Meteorological Station, 15 millimeters at Khamani and Dagui Primary School, 13 millimeters at Letlakane Meteorological Station, 11 millimeters at Plateau and Ngwane Primary School, 10 millimeters at Mogodisane Khotla, 9 millimeters at Seseretsakhama International Airport, 8 millimeters at Tsesebe Police, 7 millimeters at Kwenasereto Primary School in Molepulle, as well as in Masunga Landfill, 6 millimeters at Khaboroni Game Reserve, 5 millimeters at Tsikinyaga Primary School, 3 millimeters at Sihitwa Police, as well as in Tsane Meteorological Station, 2 millimeters at Burwa CJSS in Buka, as well as in Sinyawe Primary School, 1 millimeter at Suwa Meteorological Station, while over Maung International Airport we recorded some drops. Now look at the current satellite picture. Clouds are still visible over most parts of our country, and these bluish clouds are showing developing thunderstorms, which are expecting them to thunder or shower tonight. Looking into Sunday, over Ngamiland, Chobe and Northern Central, we're expecting cloudy conditions with possibility of scattered thunder showers. Elsewhere, we're expecting cloudy becoming partly cloudy conditions with possibility of isolated thunder showers. In the morning, over the entire country, we're expecting hot temperatures ranging between 20 degrees Celsius in Janeng up to 21 degrees Celsius in Shakau. In the afternoon, over Khanzi and Khalagadi, we're expecting hot temperatures ranging from 33 degrees Celsius in Veda up to 35 degrees Celsius in Tsan. Also expecting warm temperatures ranging between 28 in Shakawe up to 29 degrees Celsius in Gaborone. Now look at some cities in SADC. Over Manzini and Johannesburg, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions with possibility of showers. Over Maseru and Cape Town, we're expecting patches of clouds to be visible. In Upington and Gqeberha, we're expecting clear skies with maximum temperature of 29 degrees Celsius in Gqeberha. And over Johannesburg, we're expecting 24 degrees Celsius. Now looking into Antananarivo, Beira, Harare, and Lusaka, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions with possibility of showers, with a maximum temperature of 32 degrees Celsius in Beira, while in Lusaka, we're expecting 29 degrees Celsius. For Dar es Salaam, Blantyre, and Kinshasa, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions with possibility of showers, while over Luanda, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions, with a maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius in Kinshasa, while over Luanda, we're expecting 32 degrees Celsius. That's all I had for you. Have yourself a good night.
Ka re tsa gampe di pedi fela ke batla ba le loto le makhatleng mme re solofetse gore ga re kgagano ya rona fa re tle be re batla gore ba morafe wa gago re tla tlhopha dijadji di le tharo tse di tlebeng gore di tlebe di re kgaoganya gore re ka tswa re opetse yang re tšela monate yang mme mo go nna monate yala mo go rona se gore go reela gore mo go reela gore go tla nna tlhobogano ke re ke go lekisanya gore bona gore ba ba thata ke ba bafeng ba motlhofo ke ba bafe tota mmino wa Setswana wa rona wa dikopelo wa dikgwaere ke mmino